The things you will say to a child can build or destroy them. Us as parents, we gotta be careful what we say to our children. Haitian parents, please be careful. Quand t'es fâché, là, ah, comment c'est les petits mots, crétins, idiots, stupid. Don't do that. As a young person, like, we use that as like a kid, like, this is what I did. I used it as bricks to build up this wall between me and the thing that I really wanted, because I was told that I was a pest, and all of these things that I used to do as a child, which every kid go through, which every kid do. I allowed myself to believe that that's what I was, and that's because it was so unbalanced. Puis honnêtement, je veux pas dire ça pour comme détruire la façon que j'ai été raised ou éduquée, parce que I really feel like my mom raised me right. Mais c'est vraiment juste une question d'ignorance. Quand tu sais pas quelque chose and you don't look to find out or to understand it, then you'll go left, like completely left with it. 100%, je sais que le fait d'avoir cette relation avec Dieu fait en sorte à ce que quand ça amène certaines corrections là où il y a des erreurs qui auraient pu se reproduire à nouveau. So the sun is back. I'm going to use the slate and do something really cool with it while I have this great energy, and I'm just going to create videos. So,
Je t'attends. Tu te calmes, t'es tout. Est-ce que là ça filme? Et je suis la directrice de cette merveilleuse beauté, de cette reine. Sa couronne peut bien la passer, elle va pas tomber loin.
non.
La directrice de tout ce qu'elle veut. Et ma mère.
Thanks, Eva.
You're welcome.
You welcome.
Ah, j'ai des belles dents. Cheese. Ok, je t'aime, maman.
Moi aussi, je t'aime. Ok, bye.
Est-ce qu'après on pourra faire le truc dans mon téléphone?
Mais tu m'as déjà demandé, je t'ai dit oui.
Ah ouais?
Ok, bye.
Ok, bye.
Donc, je viens de lire la parabole des talents dans Matthieu 25, versets 14 à 30. Cette histoire-là, dans le fond, c'est Jésus qui parle, et puis c'est l'histoire où on voit qu'il y avait un maître qui a confié certains talents à 3 de ses serviteurs, 5 au premier, 2 au deuxième, puis un seul au dernier. Cette histoire-là, honnêtement, is a really, really good story. There's a lot of morals, but it's also kind of scary, dépendamment de où ce que tu te retrouves. In that time, let's just consider it as money, but today, you can see it as like just like even your gift, right? So le premier serviteur a fructifié ses talents à 100%. So he had 5, he started with 5, he ended up with 10. Le deuxième serviteur did the exact same thing, so 100% fruitful. He had 2, and then he ended up with 4. Le dernier serviteur, lui, il a commencé à dire des choses genre je sais que t'es un maître qui est vraiment dur, je sais que tu vas récolter ce que t'as même pas semé, so j'ai pris ton talent ou ton argent, ton sac d'argent que tu m'as donné, puis j'ai été le cacher sous la terre. So here, take it back. Puis le maître, il était comme, ok, mais pourquoi t'as pas juste mis mon argent à la banque? Au pire, j'aurais fait comme des intérêts dessus. Là, ça c'est comme, juste redonne-moi ce qui m'appartient. Je vais le donner à celui qui en a le plus. Puis toi, reste dans la noirceur, reste dans le doute, dans la peur, dans le what if, dans le reste là-dedans. Puis pour de vrai, comme cette histoire-là, I'll just talk about me. So moi, définitivement, ça m'a fait penser à ma situation. This video that I'm doing right now, I think I've been trying to do it for like the past maybe 4 years. It's just that I've been overthinking it so much, and I was just like, what if? When everything starts to go left, that's when you know you're doing something right. Camera decides to die the moment that I'm Okay, so I'm going all out. I'll just read down what it is that I wrote, and I'll take it from there. It's called Why Not? So visual art is a universal language to expression of feelings, ideas, views, thoughts, habit, process, emotions, and so on. I didn't know who my father was, but I did hear that he was a great artist. I met him later on as I was way older, and he had told me as well that he used to paint when he was back in Haiti. I never had the chance to see any of his paintings, but I did see my mom's stick figures, and I just thought it was like the cutest thing ever, just for her to be able to express herself in her own way. It was pretty cool. Very young, I knew that I had a severe love for anything artistic, visual arts. I just love visual arts. I love drawing, I love fashion, I love Director X type videos, the Sean Pauls and the Bad Boys videos type vibe. Come out to play. I just knew that I love those. I have brothers and sisters that are extremely artistic as well, and I know we got it from our daddy. It was a gift given to us. I was told though, when I was a younger child, that artists die poor. So therefore, that was the reason why I never pursued it, because I told myself like it would bring too much shame to not only myself, but to my family, to my mom, and I really wanted to make her proud. So therefore, I went on the other side, which was psychology. I told myself that when I was gonna grow up, I was gonna be a psychologue, parce que j'aimais l'idée de pouvoir avoir ce moment d'intimité avec quelqu'un d'autre pour ensuite juste les écouter, les laisser just express themselves and to help them kind of guide them through some type of, answer. But then I was made to believe that, this is something very hard, not everybody can do it, and I just felt like I was not going to be good at school. So therefore, I did not pursue art and I did not pursue psychology because of lies that were told and that I chose to believe being 11 years old. So I decided to stay home and try to develop myself with whatever it is that I knew. But I remember going to a photo shoot that a friend had invited me that's later on he was having for like his clothing line that he was, a t-shirt line that he was coming up with and called Knowledge. I remember at that time praying and asking God for the first time because I was told that he gave each and every single one of us at least one talent, which brings me to the story of the master and the 3 servants. So I heard that we had all one talent and I had prayed to God just asking him like, Lord, if that is true, please show me what it is. And literally in a flash, pun intended, photography came back. The idea of photography actually came back because throughout all of my primary school, it would be like a regular Wednesday and I would just always have my camera with me. I would have like, those little cameras that you kind of crank. Hold on, the lighting is real. So I would have a disposable camera, and I would bring it to school and just start shooting my friends and immortalize the regular awesome days at school that we had back in Ottawa. The love, that crush that I had for photography just came back at that very moment. I had said, okay, so let me see what I can do with that. At that point, all of my friends started having babies. So I used that as an opportunity to put in practice what I knew that I loved. So I started shooting my friends. I would take the bed sheets that I would have on my bed the night before, wash them, put them on my wall, and just ask my friends to come in between 11 and 2, and that's when we would shoot because that's when the sun would just be perfect for a photo shoot at that moment. So that's what I pursued. Eventually, photography turned into videography after I started hanging out with one of my producer friends at the time, and he would just like be in my kitchen and just work on videos, like hip hop videos and stuff, and I just thought it was like the coolest thing, and just the click that I would hear like all evening from his computer. I just loved the way that he chopped up the video and how he did what he did, and I fell in love with it at that very moment. So I had a conversation with my girl, and I'll let her explain. Like, she knows that I love all of this videography thing and all of this photography, all of that, but I just didn't know what to do. Like, and I do a bunch of videos, but I just don't know what to do with them. And then she came up with a brilliant idea, which was, viens ici, s'il te plaît. Est-ce que tu peux me dire, c'est quoi le deal que tu voulais qu'on fasse par rapport, par rapport aux vidéos? C'est quoi le deal que tu voulais qu'on fasse? Arrête.
Okay.
C'est quoi le deal?
Le deal, c'est que je voulais qu'on fasse 17 vidéos. Et puis, les 17 vidéos, ça peut parler de n'importe quoi. Mais la 17e doit absolument être une vidéo de slime.
And I was like, no! And she said, yes. And then I said yes. So, yeah. So just the fact that there's no boundaries, there's no, hold on, let me fix the light again. Do 16 videos and make the 17th one about a slime. And that's the promise. So basically, this series is the process to the promise. This is what it's called. It's the process to the promise. I told myself, ce serait quoi les pour et les contre que je fasse quelque chose comme ça, and I actually came up with a list. So actually, I was listening to Les Brown, and Les was saying that if you put it on paper, like just put on paper the reasons why you shouldn't do something, like the fears that you would have, and then put right next to it the reasons why you should do them, and focus on the reasons why you should do them. Because once you actually put it out there, like une fois que tu mets sur papier tes craintes et tout et tout, you just basically shed light on them. So now you have power over those fears, so they can't control you anymore. You are aware of them, so therefore you can do something about them. Don't let them take over you. You take over the situation. So I actually did a list. I told myself that when I actually go through with the 17 videos, starting with the 17 videos, this is what could happen. Donc, mes contre. It would require time. It would expose my weaknesses, the dislike button. It would bring me out of my comfort zone. I have no education in that skill set. It would make people compare me to others. I would be criticized, and it's the fear of the unknown. But then on the other side, the reasons why I should go for it is I would have to be committed to what I'm doing and it would develop some good habits. I would be sharing ideas. I'd leave something pretty awesome for my girls for years to come. I would have fun. It would be liberating. I would grow a certain self-respect as well. I would build faith. It would definitely touch a soul. It would be giving back to God something that he could bless and something that he could work through. I would be speaking out and expressing myself. I would accept my own voice. I would apply the word. It would bring inner peace and leave out inner beauty. I would share. It would be shared. The like button. And it would be like walking on water. And I would live alive. And when I say I would live alive, it's because I feel like you can live dead. Tu peux vivre tout en étant mort à l'intérieur. Ça donnerait vie à ma vie. It would give life to my life. So therefore, I'm going for it. The lighting for this video was a challenge, but it's pretty though. The whole point of this is honestly just to inspire the person, you that's on the other side. I seriously hope that it inspires you to go for it and then to keep going and to build up that resilience and to just never stop, don't give up. And I know we hear that all the time, but actually like just get up and just like for real, like just do it. Come, just fais-le. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't overprocess. Situations might change, like this lighting, but make it work for you. Use what you got. Go through the process. Process is actually the dope part. It's that part that you need to go through to have what it is that you want at the end of the day. Honestly, like once you get it, that's one thing, but when you work for it, when you actually like put in some work and go through whatever it is that you need to go through to get what it is that you really want, the feeling of satisfaction is just on another level. So you got this. Just go for it. You got this. Okay, I'm done. See you later.